talking about BS. What was that press conference yesterday? What was that all about? I mean, if the Huffington Post, why don't you just put a "We Love President Obama" T-shirt on and sit there and just parrot back everything he says? What is that?
Well, I'll let you criticize my colleagues because I want to be collegial, but I was stunned, shocked, dismayed when I heard the president say at one point to one reporter, "You make a good point," and to another reporter he said, "I think you're right. That's a great example of sort of how."
Well, that was the Huffington Post that you made a great point. That's who that was.
The first one, yeah, and the second one was a New York Times reporter who's a friend of mine. But I thought I was surprised that you've got the president saying, that's a great example. And let me go to my talking points. Here's my point: we as reporters should not be teeing up this president or President Bush before him or the next president after him, teeing him up to give his talking points. We're supposed to be challenging power, challenging authority. When I was covering President Bush, if I had gotten up there and teed him up to give his talking points about the war on terror, I would have been pilloried, and I never would have done it, and I wouldn't do it with this president either.
Well, it's a different tone, though, now with the White House press corps, because it's almost divided into straight reporters and ideologues, right?
Well, look, there's going to be some who are going to be cheering for him. There are going to be others that are going against him. I think there were cases of that in the Bush administration as well. What's unfortunate now is when you ask Jay Carney a tough question, he hasn't just done this to me, he's done this to some of my other colleagues, and said, well, I know you're just giving the Republican talking points. I know you're just a partisan. It's not really justified when someone asks you a straight but tough question to turn it into a partisan thing. Press secretaries and presidents of either party are supposed to take the tough questions.
All right. Ed Henry, everyone, thank you. Directly